Hello friends, no matter how careful you are, unexpected road incidents can happen at any time, which is exactly why a reliable dashcam is a must. The problem is that most dashcams either record poor quality footage or sit right in your line of sight, which is really annoying. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to install a dual dashcam setup on a Volkswagen Golf 7. The front camera is integrated into the rear view mirror housing and powered from the rain sensor, and the rear camera is powered from the front camera, and as you'll see, is super easy to install. The cameras blend in so well that they're nearly impossible to spot. All the settings, live streaming, and video downloads can be done directly from a simple smartphone app. Let's start with a short unboxing. For this car, I ordered the camera from Fitcamx. To order the camera, you only need to go to their official website, I left a link in the description, and search for the desired car model. Then use the photos from the gallery to identify the compatible model, and if you are still not sure, you can send an email to Fitcamx and they will check compatibility. Once you have chosen the housing model identical to the one on the car, you can choose between three packages: 4K front camera with 64GB microSD card, 2K front camera with 1080p rear camera and 64GB card, as well as the premium version with 4K front camera, 1080p rear camera and 128GB card. Attention, if you want the rear camera as well, you must choose a complete set from the beginning. It cannot be added later if you purchased only the front camera. Add to cart, proceed to checkout, and if you use the code named Fitcamx, you'll benefit from a 10% discount. Let me show you what you'll get inside the package. Inside you'll find two additional boxes, one with the dashcams and one with accessories. Under the two boxes, you'll find instructions on how to power the camera from the rain sensor, and a user manual in multiple international languages with QR codes for the installation tutorial, as well as direct links to the Fitcamx app in the App Store or Play Store. In the accessories box, you'll find the plastic trim removal tool and an adapter for SD or microSD cards if you want to download the footage to a PC. Of course, you can also download the videos directly to your phone from the app. In the dashcam box, we have the rear camera, which comes with a cable long enough even for a station wagon, and it features quick release connectors on both ends, along with several adhesive cable clips that I never use because the cable hides and fixes perfectly above the headliner. And here we have the dashcam with a housing almost identical to the OEM one. The front unit comes with the rear camera cable only if you purchase the dual camera set, and with the power cable for the rain sensor. On the left side of the housing we have three LEDs, a power button and a capture button. On the front we have the camera lens protected by a protective film, and on the right side a sticker with the serial number and the push to open slot where the 64GB card is already inserted, since this is a 2K front camera package. The length of the housing can be adjusted by removing the end sections because this model fits many vehicles from the Volkswagen Audi group, Audi, Skoda, Seat and so on. That was the unboxing, let's move on to the installation part. Lower the mirror to create more space and start prying out this trim next to the dome light. Then push the side parts of this motor trim outward and pull it down. Here's what the OEM housing looks like. Don't worry, both this and the middle section will be replaced with the camera housing, so it doesn't matter if a clip breaks. Here it's very important to push firmly on the upper trim toward the windshield before pulling it down. This is how it looks on the inside. It has small plastic clips on the lower side and larger ones as well. Even if you break a small one, don't worry, it will still secure properly with the large clips. We won't need this middle section anymore, so you can remove it. Now take the camera housing and split it into two. If it doesn't separate easily, try inserting something to open that joint. Take the cable labeled rear cam from the front unit and connect it to the rear camera cable. For the Golf 7, you'll need to remove the last section using a cutting tool, depending on what you have available. Then I finished the edges with a knife because I want it to look perfect. Now lower this connector from the lower side because we don't need it and it's in the way. What we actually need to reach is the upper connector, the one from the rain sensor. It should come out very easily, either pull directly on the wires or use a plastic trim removal tool. Now take the camera with the power cable and plug the original connector into the matching port. Insert the remaining free connector into the original location and the camera is now powered once you turn on the ignition. Then I take the connection between the front and rear cameras and insert it into the opening in the headliner, after which I route the rear camera cable under the headliner toward the right side. Now we can reinstall the trim next to the dome light very easily. Insert the large upper clips first, then push from bottom to up to secure the small clips. Then take the two halves of the camera housing and clip them together. To route the rear camera cable, continue under the headliner until you reach the A-pillar trim. At the A-pillar trim, I use the trim removal tool to separate the trim and insert the cable underneath. When I reach the weather seal, I route the cable under it until the B-pillar. I pass the cable under the B-pillar trim the same way as the A-pillar until I reach the rear door weather seal. Again under the weather seal until the C-pillar trim, then to the D-pillar until we reach the back of the car. Once in the back, we need to remove this trim, just pull it down and it will detach from the headliner. Then we need to pass the cable through this opening and the rubber boot above it until we reach the tailgate. Now I unclip only the upper part of the rubber boot and insert a guide wire through the boot all the way to the lower opening. I attach the rear camera connector to the guide wire and pull the cable through the rubber boot. We can now clip back the trim we removed earlier. I use the guide wire again to reach right next to the rear window where I'll mount the camera. I'll hide the excess cable under the tailgate trim and mount the camera in its final position after checking in the app that the orientation is correct. Let me now show you the Fitcamx app. To install the app, I'll just scan the QR code on the user's manual. Both iOS and Android operating systems are supported. The app is very easy to install and user-friendly. All you need to do is switch on the ignition to power the camera, activate geolocation and Wi-Fi on your phone, and follow the easy steps illustrated. If you encounter any problems, please check the frequently asked questions, problems and solutions section in the user's manual. I had absolutely no problem installing the app and connecting the phone to the camera. Let's see how the app's interface looks like. You got a pause and take snapshot functions on the main screen. From the settings menu, you can do a few important changes, among which changing the loop recording duration, the video resolution between 4K, 2K and 1080p, the Wi-Fi password, or even reset to factory settings. In the camera file menu, you got your recordings and snapshots. You can download, view and even edit them on your phone. Let's move on to the footage. In my opinion, for a camera integrated into the mirror housing, the video quality is very good. On my channel, I've tested universal cameras with more advanced image sensor, but those are cameras costing at least $300. So the price to quality ratio is very good. The OEM look is extremely important to me because I can't stand seeing a bulky camera stuck to the windshield with cables running down from the headliner. Some cameras even come with a display, which in my opinion is completely unnecessary, since with integrated cameras you can do everything from the smartphone app. This was the installation tutorial for the Fitcamx front and rear cameras. If you found it useful, don't forget to press those magic buttons like hype, comment or subscribe. It only costs you a tap or a click. Until the next video, I wish you safe travels. Bye bye.